Hey everyone, today we're going to talk about a really important topic, but one that's often misunderstood, and that's male sexual wellness. We're going to explore why so many common solutions promise you the moon, but just fall flat, and what a truly holistic approach actually looks like.
So why is that? Why do so many of these products fail to deliver? It's a super common frustration, right? You see the ads, you hear these huge claims, but in the end, the results just don't match the hype. Well, it turns out the reason for this is actually pretty simple once you understand what's really going on under the hood.
You see, the core issue is that male sexual function isn't about just one thing. It's not a simple switch you can flip. It's actually a complex dance between several different factors all working together. So to find a real, lasting solution, we have to first understand what those core pillars are. And here they are, the three big ones. First, you've got the physical pillar. This is everything from your body's stamina and core strength to things like blood supply and sensitivity. Then, and this one is huge, you have the psychological pillar. We're talking stress, anxiety, performance pressure, all that mental stuff that can have a massive impact. And finally, of course, the hormonal pillar, where testosterone is the main player. For things to work right, all three need to be in sync. And this, right here, is the fatal flaw with most products out there. They focus on just one of these pillars. They might give you a temporary boost in one area, a surface-level fix, but they never actually get to the real, multifaceted root cause. And you can't solve a three-part problem with a one-part solution. It just doesn't work long-term.
So this is where a completely different approach comes into play, and that's Ayurveda. It's a system that's all about looking at the body holistically, from the inside out. It uses specific combinations of herbs, both for internal and external use, to address the entire system, not just one little piece of the puzzle.
And a perfect example of this philosophy in action is the MedicoExperts ReGain Kit. This thing is built differently from the ground up. It's not just another single-focused product. Nope, it's designed specifically to tackle all three of those pillars we just talked about, the physical, the psychological, and the hormonal, all at the same time. So the big question is, how does it actually pull that off? Well, its real power comes from a three-part system where each product has a specific job, but they all work together in synergy to bring everything back into balance. Let's break down exactly how that works.
This table gives us a great bird's eye view. You've got the Regain Plus powder, which is all about balancing hormones and building that foundational stamina. Then there are the Regain Max capsules for potent, concentrated strength. And finally, the Regain Max oil, which works on the outside to improve the physical response. You can already see how each one lines up perfectly with the problems we talked about earlier. Okay, first up, the powder. This is packed with some powerhouse Ayurvedic herbs, like ashwagandha, which is amazing for stress, and safed muesli, a classic for building strength. Think of this part as laying the foundation. It works on your core strength and overall stamina while gently helping to bring your hormones back into their natural rhythm. Next, let's talk about the capsules, because this is where you get a really concentrated punch. These use herbo-mineral extracts like Shilajit. Now, it's so important to understand this. An extract is not the same as a plain old powder. It's a super concentrated form that is many, many times stronger, which means it delivers a much more powerful effect. And the final piece of the puzzle is the oil, which is for external use. And get this, it's not just one or two ingredients. It's a complex formula with 35 different herbs, all working to improve local blood circulation and help manage sensitivity. It's even made using a special, advanced Ayurvedic method that makes it incredibly effective. And that method is called Merchanovity. So what the heck is that? Well, you can think of it like a really sophisticated infusion process. The oil is heated and steeped with herbs over and over again. This technique dramatically cranks up its potency, and, this is key, it helps the oil absorb into the body super quickly and effectively. Okay, so we've seen how it works, but what about the results? And maybe just as important, what does it take to actually get them? This is a really crucial part of the conversation because any real solution is going to require some real commitment. The numbers really speak for themselves. The source material for this explainer shows a success rate of up to 85%, which is pretty incredible and shows just how effective this holistic approach can be. But that number doesn't just happen by magic. And this is one of the most honest and important things to remember.
excellent results require excellent commitment. This is not some magic fix you take for 5 days and suddenly everything is changed forever. Real, lasting improvement takes time and it takes consistency. So, what does that commitment look like in the real world? It's actually a very clear 3-month path. You just use the whole kit regularly: the powder in the morning, capsules at night, and a quick massage with the oil. Then, after those 3 months, you start to slowly taper off. First the capsules, then the powder. The whole goal is to get you to a place where you can maintain those great results just by using the oil maybe once a week. So really, the biggest takeaway here is this. The whole philosophy is about breaking that cycle of jumping from one temporary fix to the next. This entire system is designed from the ground up to produce a real, long-lasting effect by fixing the root causes of the problem from every single angle. And that really leaves us with one final, simple question that frames the whole choice perfectly. Are you ready to choose lasting health over just another quick fix?